Oh, good morning. Good morning. I have a very, very important message. I hope to do a series of these videos. What to do if you're written up at the CTA. Number one. Number one. Do not engage in any conversation with the person handing you the write-up. Don't sign it. Don't sign. Usually, it's not necessarily going to be a write-up. You have been written up for such and such. But it's going to be a notification that you're being written up. And sorry for being crooked here. Don't sign it. Never sign that crap, because what that is, they can put refuse to sign and that's fine. But you take a copy of it, it'll say refuse to sign, but don't sign it, because when you sign it, it's a psychological thing. It sets you up subconsciously to admit guilt. All right? Don't admit guilt. I guarantee you, 90% of this stuff we're written up for at the CTA, we don't deserve it at all. I've been doing this for over a year as a union rep, so you can mock me and say I'm saying people shouldn't be accountable and all kind of boss talk, business union bull crap. But I've seen enough to know what the scam is all about. All right, and remember, it's a union job. That means they just can't fire you because they don't like you. The only way they can fire you is through violation of rules. If you have a non-union job, they can easily fire you for anything. They don't like the way you talk. They don't like who you vote for. They don't like your religion. They don't like your skin color. They don't like your accent. They don't like your clothing choices, whatever. But a union job, if they don't like you, they have to write you up on rules that they say you violated. Even if the violation was in a consequence of them not following the rules. Okay? So, don't sign it. Take it. Don't engage in any conversation. Hey, I wasn't doing it, but I was only doing this and so was doing it. Just shut up, leave, and take a copy with you. Then, I want you and local 241 members that are listening, or probably any union member listening, but especially local 308. You take that copy and you scan it, or you make a photo of it, and then you attach it to an email message to the union president. All right? And in the subject, you put your name, use an email. Stop texting stuff. Stop making phone calls. When you do that, it can easily get lost, easily overlooked, or easily conveniently forgotten about. Use the email to the union president. I'll put the links in the description of the video so you can copy and paste. And in the subject, you put your name and you put the date that you're supposed to be written up. It's called a interview. In other words, interrogation. And you put that in there. Then attach the scan or the photo of that piece of paper and all relevant paperwork. If you have a doctor note, if you have a police report, whatever it is that could have been the cause of your being absent or injured or whatever, okay? Attach all relevant information, okay? Even photographic evidence that you have. Put in the CC field the vice president of the union. Put in the CC field the executive board member for your department. If you're in the shops, if you're a repairer or a servicer or a motor blower, that would be me. Include that person in there. Do not leave them out. Make sure they know what you're going through, especially me, because we all know Peppermint Pennie wants to make sure I can't ever help you. All right? So she will ensure, she will be glad that you won't include me. Include my name. And if you're in another department, include my name anyways. Because when they see my name, they know I'm not going to put up with any BS about you not getting representation. Because that's exactly what's happening. Many of you are being written up, and you're contacting our president. You're calling her on the phone. You're texting her. You're not emailing her. And guess what she's doing? Nothing. You're not getting any union representation, especially if you're a shop worker. Because why? She wants to punish the boogeyman. She wants to punish you for electing the boogeyman. She wants to punish you for including a union rep who actually cares about you and your job. So use the email. The email is like a letter that is signed, dated, and stamped, and you cannot forge it. A text message can be forged. A screenshot can be forged. A phone call under, hey, can I talk to you for me? That can be lied about and manipulated as well. Now, with artificial intelligence, they could take anybody's voice and have them say anything. After you put that, you put in the body of the email, Dear President, so-and-so, President Pennie, I need union representation. I want so-and-so to represent me. Now, that's one thing she hates, is when you say, I want Eric Basir to represent me, or I want Brother Martin to represent me, or I want so-and-so to represent me, or I don't want someone to represent me. She hates that. So you make sure you put that in there. You have a right to request who you want to represent you. That is part of your Weingarten rights. There is National Labor Relations Board case law to back up what I'm telling you. And they know it. The international president of the union knows it. She knows it. Mark Worms knows it. Nita Tanai knows it. But you know what? They don't give a damn. Because they say they want to send who they want to send. And they send people who kiss their butt, who want a day off. That's what they do. They won't send nobody like me who, when I show up, the managers got rocks in their jaws and grumbly stomachs and ulcers because the boogeyman's showing up with a union member. But put my name in there if you want. But I recommend you do that, because especially if you're in the shop, she's going to send you somebody else. I guarantee it. And I have openly declared I'm running for her spot. So I will probably never, ever get to represent anyone ever again. But I don't care. I'm going to keep speaking the truth. And if you are going to have representation, you should talk to me anyways, so that I can help you devise a plan of action in case whoever she sends sells you out. After you send that email, keep track of it. Immediately text the president. Said, I sent you an important email about union representation. Could you please respond to it? If she doesn't respond to your text message, or he, you send him another one the next day, and another one, and another one, and another one. And then you send another email the day before your interrogation, saying, I sent you an email on such and such date requesting union representation. Will I expect anyone to represent me? The day comes when it's time for union representation. Now, very important, if somebody does show up and you see them sitting in the office with the manager, you say, excuse me, I need to talk to you. Pull them outside. Tell them what you want. Tell them, I want this write-up thrown out because of A, B, and C. Or I don't know what this write-up is about. Do you know? And then you tell them what you want. It's not what they want. It's what you want. If you and the rep don't know what the write-up's about, you go in there, sit down, shut your freaking mouth, listen to what the manager is saying, and then say to the union rep, excuse me, I need to talk with you. Take them outside. Now, if you have me as your union rep, you don't have to worry about telling me what to do. I ask you already. But this is what they should do. And then you go out there and you tell them, yeah, man, this, and this, and this. You know, I would like it thrown out. I know maybe I shouldn't have done this or shouldn't have done that, or I should have done this and should have done that. But A, B, and C. And maybe you think you deserve it. Fine, that's up to you. But the union rep that's there is supposed to help you fight. And they're not supposed to sit there like a lump on a log, being silent and doing nothing and saying nothing as that mismanager disrespects you. Now, If no one shows up, what do you do? What do you do? You have no union representation. You already sent your emails, right? You followed my advice, right? Because if you didn't, guess what? You have no backing to prove that you were sold out, that your rights were violated. But hopefully you did. So you go in the meeting, say nothing, answer nothing, admit nothing, deny nothing, say nothing. Shut your mouth. But you take notes about what they say. And if you have other means of documenting what they are saying and doing, that's up to you. But be quiet about it. Now, after they give you this final write-up, you grieve it. Number one, you're grieving it. You had no union representation, number one. Number two, find something in the contract. Find something in their rules. Find something to back up your case and include it in your grievance. Don't just complain. Put a resolution, a solution, a remedy in your grievance. That's another class, another talk. And by the way, I have a union steward class where I teach you how to write grievances. So make sure you register if you're not already registered for my virtual union hall. No, Pennie and Mark and the CTA lawyer do not approve it. Stop expecting these sellouts, these bootlicking boss agents who care nothing except about their 6-digit salaries and their friendships with these people that terrorize us. They don't approve anything I do. They don't like anything I do, and I don't give a damn. I'm going to tell you the truth. But I'm also going to help empower you with the truth so you won't have to depend on me. Follow my advice when you get written up, and you'll have a better chance. And if you don't grieve it, you're really giving them another reason to burn you. Because even if you think you deserve it, I guarantee you, 90% of the time, you don't. And if you talk to me, I'll explain it to you. Grieve every single write-up you get. Grieve it. Even if you have no hope, grieve it. It's your job. It's the only way they can fire you. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you use this advice and you spread this around. I guarantee you, you will have a chance. And by the way, you ever think about all these emails that you send requesting union representation and not getting any? You can use that to put ATU Section 22, that's our Constitution, ATU Section 22 charges on those officers for removal from office. Yes, you can impeach your officers. They did it to me. But they failed. They failed. Pennie and Mark put charges on me. Not because I hurt any of the members, but because I hurt them and their good relationships with management and their dictatorial business unionist regime. Put charges on these people. Now, you do have a right to sue the union as well. I discourage that. I am discouraging you from suing the union. I am encouraging you to be active, be public about being sold out. Do a YouTube live stream explaining your case. You can do that when you're off the clock. And put charges on these tyrants. Hold them accountable. Stop being lazy and making excuses not to fight and take what you deserve. The union belongs to you, not Pennie and Mark, not Mike Overstreet and Cassie Collins, not Keith Hill and Woody, Toilet Man Tion and Michelle Townsend. And it sure as hell doesn't belong to John the King Costa. The Amalgamated Transit Union belongs to you. Take control of your union. Stop making excuses to do nothing. Fight every single write-up you get. Give yourself a chance to fight. Peace.